There's one thing that I want to give you guys a tip on that literally changes the way that I strap in my snowboard and just gives me the most unfair advantage, I believe. All right, guys, real quick, we're about to take off, but before we bounce, I want to give you guys a huge tip of something that has helped me so much in my snowboarding when I'm strapping in. Coming from the East Coast, this is massive because it's always super icy, and when you get off the lift, there's two major things that you don't want to happen in snowboarding. Is you don't want to slip out, hit your butt, and be strapping in on the ground, getting your pants all wet. And you also never want to put your boot into your binding with snow under your boot. And when there's a lot of snow and it's icy and you're on a steep incline, all of that's difficult. But I'm about to give you guys the most insanely crucial tip that I could ever give, which might be super basic common sense for some of you, and it also might change some of your guys' lives forever. As you can tell, right now we're on a steep decline, and it's not super icy because we're in the sun. When you roll up and you want to strap in, my tip is you come to a stop, complete stop, you take your edge and you chop out the ground a little bit. Now, as you can see, because of what I just did, there's basically a flat level to the snow here. It might be hard to tell, but when you're standing up, you can literally just stand and be flat where you are. So the first tip is to take that heel edge and jam it into the ground as much as you can. Now that you're chilling and you have this flat surface area, you can move your binding straps and your high back up, push all the snow out of where your binding is. This is the tip right here. You do a couple sweeps back and forth in the middle of your board so there's no snow, and then you do a 1, 2, and it knocks all the snow off the bottom of your boot. After you've done the 1, 2, you can put your boot in and no snow will have gotten into your binding. If snow does get into your binding or it's stuck in there, you can give it the old slap, swipe off again, hit it, and then put your foot back in your binding. This may seem like such common sense, but honestly, when you have snow underneath your boot, it's the worst feeling ever. It hinders your riding like crazy, and it's so easy to roll up to your spot, cruise to a stop, etch out your little zone, maybe hit your tail, clear a little path, 1, 2, put your boot in your binding, and you strap in like a professional. As you can tell, I never had to sit down. I've got no snow or ice buildup on my boot or on my binding. And another big tip is you can use your actual binding strap, and if you have ice that's frozen inside your binding, you could actually use your ladder and just carve it all out. The reason I even did this video today, guys, is because we started off slow this morning. We showed up here at like 1:30. The sun's already going down. It's pretty windy, it's pretty cold, it's flat light, it's icy. We are so grateful and stoked to be shredding in Colorado preseason, but the boys are ready to step it up to the next level. So we're cruising. We're out of here. Hope you guys got something out of that, because that changed my life forever.